Hello, 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 and welcome to Stacy's Closet. And it is actually in the afternoon. I decided that I didn't want to do a video this morning. I wanted to go to the city of David first. So that's what I did. But anyway, if you're here, that means you're here on purpose, which means you have purpose. So, welcome, 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 welcome. So, you guys, today I'm wearing, it's a little short, but it's a blue dress. It cuts off and it has the jacket to it. And it jacket is it belts and all that. And this is from Amazon.com. Y'all know that's my favorite spot, honey. Amazon.com, along with my little heart earrings, Amazon.com, and my shoes, honey. These are the shoes. As it's getting warmer, these are my shoes. As it's getting warmer, I want y'all to see that because it has the little rhinestones around them. Super cute. As it's getting warmer, honey, I'm loving this Fayetteville weather. It's warm. Okay, so I am enjoying it, and by enjoying it, that means I'm breaking out the more of the sandal look and all of that. I'm still a little cold natured, so that's why you see the jacket, honey. This thing has no sleeves, okay? But anyway, outside of, like I said, I'm wearing the dress and the jacket, and the earrings are all from Amazon.com. The shoes are from Simply 10. Of course, you'll find that in the description. And of course, my absolute favorite place, and that's my church, that's my family, that's my home, and that is the city of David. If you're in Gastonia, it is on 2500 Crescent Lane. Or if you're like me, you can join them on Facebook. Again, that's the city of David. I love them. That is my home. Again, I love them. Okay, so as you know, I finished my book, Americant. I did. And I'm telling you guys about it because I really, 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 I would love for you guys to read that book. I really would. And y'all, some people send me messages on Facebook. And so I would love for y'all to read that and then, tell me what you think. I'm telling you, it's phenomenal. Again, I'll put that in the description as well. Now, we're going to be talking about something today. It is, you have to have failure to get to success. You have to. So, we're going to be talking about that. And in the process of trying to get to success, and understand something, success is not measured by the amount of money that you make. Success is, to me, measured by the accomplishments and the goals that you complete, that you set for yourself, not for what somebody else has set for you, not what the world might dictate for you as your success. That is not, to me, what success should be defined on. Success should be defined on you. Whatever goals that you made, whatever it is you want to do, your success should be measured by you achieving that. Okay. Now, in the process of doing that, I journal a lot. And this move, moving back to Fayetteville, I started to journal again a lot more than what I used to. And not because anything bad has happened. It's just difficult. It's hard. It's emotional. So it's been difficult. And I said that because there's another journal, again, phenomenal, stress-free. That's me. And I want you to pause, then pray, okay? So, and it's a journal. I'm going to put that in the description as well because, again, like I said, in this road to trying to get to that success, you're gonna go through some failures. You're gonna have some stressful, emotional moments. But if you want to achieve the goal that you want to get to, you're gonna have to do it. Someone once told me, nothing beats a failure but a try. And that is so true. And I have tried everything that I can to try to live that. I can sit up here and tell you I can't do something. Well, I'll never know if I can't do it if I don't ever apply myself, if I don't ever try to do it. How can I tell you if I'm going to succeed or not? So you're going to have a lot of failures. That doesn't mean to stop. Okay, let me put this in terms that some of y'all might understand a lot better. You've been married before. You were hurt. Your marriage devastated you. You could have been married twice. Marriage devastated you. You're heartbroken. You're like, I done did this. I don't think I can do this again. Nothing beats a failure but a try. And in order to get to success, you have to have the failure. So guess what? Hopefully you learned something. You learned something. So if you learned something, even if you did it twice and it was wrong both times, hopefully you learned something. So the third time, you're going to say, you know what? I'm not going to, it might be the type of woman that you're picking. So guess what? Maybe you should say, you know what? I'm not going to have that type of woman this time. You know what? Maybe I'm going about this the wrong way. I had a guy once told me, I was married to this light-skinned woman and it was horrible. Absolutely. That was the worst marriage I had ever came up with. He said, so the next time I married a dark-skinned woman and it wasn't even no better. And I said, so did you learn anything? And he was like, yeah, I probably need to get me a white woman. And I stood there and I said, this is ignorance on a whole nother level, because what he was saying didn't even register to him. He actually married the exact same type of woman. They had the same personality. They did a lot of similarities that they had in common. The only difference was their skin tones. That's it. That's the only thing that didn't change. And I'm thinking, okay, do you not see you don't see a common denominator here? You're picking the same type of woman. So maybe you need to do some self-evaluations and understand this type of woman isn't healthy for you. This type of woman is not the type of woman you need to be connected to and need to be married to. So again, in order to have success, you got to have the failure. You messed up, okay? Learn from it. Grow from it. And do better. You know what I learned? I learned that I'm not good in no fast food restaurant. I'm not good in no area where I guess a lot of customer service would be applied. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at that. The customer is always right. That's not the type of job skill for me. And I learned that because me and my personality, we don't mesh well with foolishness, okay? And see, God is still working on me. God is still doing some work in me, okay? He is still doing some things. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm not where I used to be. I've come a long way. However, I still don't need to be in no field where I got to please the public, because that don't work out well for me, because again, this whole concept that the customer is always right, it don't usually work out well for me, because see, I'm going to tell them that they wrong. Now, I'm probably wrong for telling them that they're wrong, because we got a product that we're trying to sell to them. So that again, I got to know my limitations, right? So, but guess what? I had to actually work that to understand this probably ain't a good field for me. So again, you learn from your failures. Just because you fall, you get back up. Donnie McClurkin said it best, and when he said you get back up again, you dust your shoulders off and you get back up again. The fight ain't over. So what? You failed. In order for you to get to the success that you want, you had to go through that. You had to go through that failure. But don't stay there. Get back up, dust your shoulders off, and you know what? Keep trying. And you will. You set your goals and you say, you know what? I'm going to work towards that. People might, if you know me, I am so proud of my sister. I adore my sister Willette. Look, I could brag on her all day long. And the reason being is because she's one of those people that we didn't have an easy upbringing. It really wasn't easy. It was horrible. But she didn't just make lemons and make lemonade. She grew a whole lemon farm. If you catch that. She didn't just make lemonade. She went above the lemonade, okay? And so again, she set goals and she went out and she knocked down every one of them to what? And she kept going until, again, and it wasn't to say that she didn't encounter some failures. She didn't encounter some heartache along the way, because she did. She encountered obstacles, she encountered barriers, all of those things, but she kept going. She didn't allow that to stop her. So you cannot allow whatever it is to stop you. Last week we talked about spending time with someone, okay? But I want you to understand, you also need to invest some time in yourself. Invest some time in yourself accomplishing the goals that you set before you. Also, I want you to understand something when I talked about the time. I want to clarify some things. Someone else pointed this out to me. He said to me, "You prayed for my business to grow, and now that it's growing, you're complaining because I'm working the business that you prayed to grow." I said, wow, that was a take back. I'm like, well, what could I say? I shouldn't have prayed. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So then I was like, you know what? He's right. I did pray that God made his business prosperous. I did pray those things. But this is what happens to us. We pray those things. Then when it happens, when those things come upon us, we're like, whoa, wait a minute, God, I ain't ready. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is what you asked for. Stop. And so when I say that about the time, guess what? He's right. I did pray for that. So that means the time that we spend together should not be spent arguing about the time we don't spend together. No, you cherish those moments. You cherish that time. So it's not to take away from what he's accomplished and what he's doing, or what she's accomplishing or what they're doing. I pray that, I do. I pray for, my friends. I even pray for my enemies. I want them to be prosperous as well. Again, so when God begins to grow them, and he, and they don't have as much time for me as they used to, I can't be selfish and be like, you need, I ain't seen you in forever. No. I got to thank God, because guess what? My time is coming. There's going to be a time that I'm going to get real busy, because guess what, you guys? I want to also be prosperous. I want to also accomplish goals. There are goals that I set in my life, and I want to accomplish those things. So I'm going to be busy too. So that means I need to, guess what? I need to be happy when someone else is getting those things. If they're walking into their accomplishment, they're walking into their blessing, I can't be mad. I need to be happy for them. I need to be happy for them. Listen, I am a supporter. I am not a hater. I support this whole thing, again. That's just like, okay, this channel. I love each and every week to sit down and discuss a variety of things. Doesn't matter, whatever it is. I love being able to show y'all what's in Stacy's closet. I do, honey, because listen, I think I'm a diva. Okay? But I love all of that. But I also love to be able to support others. That's why, look, my nails, I love them. I do. So I want to support L Girls, right? So that's why, and again, I'm going to just tell you, that's also in the description. But because of that, I want to support. So this thing, I'm not hating on nobody. Y'all get it real twisted. Y'all want to, she thinking she all that. No, she busy. She's out there accomplishing her goals. You need to get busy. Listen, even if, okay, let's say your goals might take you a minute. I have another friend. Beautiful. I love her. She's in school. Her goal is school right now, right? Her goal is to finish school. Now, she has other goals. She's going to school for a purpose, right? But right now, her goal is to finish school. Listen, she ain't hating on nobody because they're out here doing their goal. No, she's doing what she needs to do to get to hers. She's doing her homework. She's doing her work assignment. She's going to class. Do you see where I'm going with this? Even though hers might not be paying off right as far as what we think, like financial, we might not, it ain't paying right now. It might not be like the businesswoman, okay? But guess what? I'm not hating on her. I'm going to support her, whatever it is. Okay, girl, you look, she might say, I just need an hour of quiet time. I don't want nobody to call me. Okay, I'm not going to bother her. She need to do her homework. I'm not going to hate her. I'm going to support her in whatever it is she wants to accomplish. That's our problem. We want to be successful. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, you will not get success hating on somebody else. You won't. And if you do, your success is going to be limited because you limited yourself. You limited yourself. I ain't hating on nobody. Love is what you do. I love everybody. And if I can support you and whatever it is you going out here to do, listen, hit me up if it's a business and I like it. Now, I'm just telling you now, wait a minute. I ain't just supporting anything. I'm supporting that American because I actually liked the book. I really did. I like to read, but there's certain things I don't like. I mean, there's books I've read I don't like. And I'm not getting ready to be out here tooting their horn. I didn't like their book. Somebody else might. It ain't for me. I'm sorry. I'm not one of those people. I'm not going to support something that I personally don't agree with or don't like. That's just me. Now, again, if I see that you're doing something and it's a good cause and it's good, I'm going to support that. That the journal, the stress, the stress-free, stress-free, that's me. Again, I journal. I personally like that. I journal. So I'm going to support that. I'm going to support something that's going to benefit again, I am not a hater. I'm going to support them because guess what? I love their idea. I love the fact that they're a go-getter. I love the fact that they're a hustler. I love the fact that they said, you know what? I might have failed at this or I might have fallen, but I'm going to get back up and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep fighting. Because I can guarantee you, the author of American didn't just write a #1 hit out the gate. It just didn't happen. I can guarantee you, the first time the owner of GirlZ Nails did nails, they didn't come out perfectly. I'm telling you, guess what? They all started from somewhere. Nothing beats a failure but a try. And in order to get to success, you have to have a failure. Success and failure are intertwined. They are a relationship. They are intertwined. You can't have one without the other. It just doesn't work that way. Now, if you're in a position right now, you're stuck. You have fallen and you're like, oh God, I keep trying and it just doesn't work. I get it. But I'm telling you, sweetie, hold your head up. Don't give up. Get up, dust your shoulders off. Again, the fight ain't over. It ain't over. The fight ain't over. You might have lost that round, but the fight ain't over, baby. Get back up. Dust your shoulders off. The fight ain't over. Yes, it didn't work out that time. But guess what? The fight ain't over. Get back up. Come on now. Dust your shoulders off. Listen, I have, baby, I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. I went to go take a test, state exam, right? State exam. I failed. Y'all, I was devastated. But guess what? I didn't say, you know what, I'm going to give up. Give up was not in my name. I failed the test, but I still didn't give up. Guess what I had to do? Dust my shoulders off. And then guess what I realized? I had been studying for the wrong state exam. The exam that they gave me was not the one that I was supposed to be taking. So I hadn't studied for that one. Okay. So I said that to say this. Sometimes you got to do a little bit more research before you go out there again. Figure out, okay, what caused you to fail this time? What was the problem this time? What was the holdup? So I figured out, okay, you know what? I was studying for the wrong test. Now I got to study for the right test. And guess what? I did. And guess what? I passed. Again, nothing beats a failure but a try. Don't give up. I know it might look hard. It might feel real bad right now because you're like, man, I put everything. I tried everything. I did everything. Not only did I do everything, I prayed 1,001 times. Okay. Before I took this first state exam, I prayed continuously, right? And I was studying. It wasn't that the prayer didn't work. I was studying for the wrong test. So it's not that God didn't answer the prayer. You listen. Sometimes we ask him for stuff and we ain't even doing what we supposed to do. We're not doing what we're supposed to do, baby. You got to do what you're supposed to do. And listen, faith without works is dead. I didn't work it right. I didn't work it right. See, I didn't do my homework. I didn't do my research to find out what test I was supposed to be studying for. That was my fault. It wasn't that my prayer wasn't working. It wasn't God wasn't answering me. It wasn't that at all. Me, myself. Sometimes we got to take responsibility for things that we have done or not done. Again, I want people to understand that even in your what you consider your failure right now, even in what you consider your failure, it's really not a failure. It isn't. It is not a failure. It might be a setback, but it's not a failure. Okay? And I say that because of this. And I know I'm telling you a failure is intertwined with success. I don't call it a failure. I call it you lost that round, but guess what, baby? The fight ain't over. You getting ready to get back up and get back in that ring, okay? Period. Okay? Honey, listen. They might have even knocked you down to your knees. And sometimes, actually all the time, this is a churchy moment. Yeah, okay? When you on your knees, that is the best position you can be in, because now you can pray. Now you can humble yourself and say, you know what? Maybe I need help. Maybe I need some research. Maybe, again, I'm telling you. Because again, I'm going to just tell you, I told y'all before, she ain't built like me. They ain't built like you, okay? They're not built like you. Okay, so they not, guess what? I got knocked down. I was on my knees. But because that was the best position for me to be in. It was the position that I needed to be in to pray. It was the position that I needed to be in to humble myself. It was the position that I needed to be in for me to fast, to turn down that plate. It was the position for me to be in, for me to study, okay, and do my research, and found out the test that I needed to be studying for. And guess what? Here I am today saying, I smashed that. I knocked that thing out the park. What are you talking about? I got my state credential. Look, got state license, okay? Again, honey, look. At the time, I was like, wait a minute, God, you told me that I was more than a conqueror. I could do all things through Christ, right? I'm quoting all kind of scripture. Okay? And still, faith without works is dead. See, we just want the faith. I believe, but did you do any work? I hadn't done the work. I didn't do the research. I didn't look into it. I didn't find out what test I was actually supposed to be studying. Listen, sweetheart, I don't care how many times you have fallen. Nothing beats a failure but a try. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up and don't give in. In order to get to success, you must go through failure. Keep doing it. And again, if you're here, that means you got another chance and you got a choice. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to choose to be successful. And I want you to take a chance on yourself and go out here and do the homework that it takes. Find out what it is you need to do to grow your business. Find out what you need to do to get that promotion. Find out whatever it is you need to do to get that other to guess what? You want to be a better wife. You want to be a better husband. Find out what it takes to do those things. You want a husband. Find out what it takes to be a wife and put yourself in a position to have that. Nothing beats a failure but a try. Don't give up, and certainly don't give up on yourself, okay? Now, I don't know if you've heard it today, but if you haven't, I want to be the first to tell you, I love you, I do. And there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. Now, I want you to remember something. In your quest to go out here and you be successful, honey, you about to be the baddest thing on the block. You understand me? You about to slay in every area that you want to do it in, okay? Now, in your quest to do so, let me go ahead and tell you something. There's going to be a whole lot of folk trying to offer up their opinions. I want you to take this down. If you don't listen to nothing else, I want you to take this down. Explain to them that their opinion is not needed nor required. And you go out and do that thing, baby. Nothing beats a failure but a try.